Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. Can my 600 pounds life doctor now smell success and failure? For more than a decade, Dr. Younan Nowzaradan, affectionately known to fans as Dr. Now, has been the beating heart of TLC's hit reality series My 600 Pounds Life. His no-nonsense approach, blunt one-liners, and tireless dedication to helping people on the brink of losing their lives to obesity have made him a household name. To viewers, it often seems as though Dr. Now has a sixth sense, a special instinct that allows him to smell success and failure before a patient even makes it to the operating table. This raises a fascinating question that both fans and critics of the show have debated for years. Can Dr. Now really tell from the start which patients will succeed and which ones are destined to fail? Spoilers, medical facts, and fan speculation suggest that the answer may lie in a combination of experience, observation, and psychology. Dr. Now has been performing weight loss surgeries for decades, long before My 600 Pounds Life ever hit television screens. His expertise as a bariatric surgeon, paired with his unique ability to connect, or sometimes clash with patients, is the foundation of the series. He has operated on some of the heaviest people ever featured on reality TV, taking on cases other surgeons would not dare attempt. What sets him apart is not just his skill with the scalpel, but his ability to read human behavior. Time and again, he has seemed to predict whether a patient has what it takes to stick to his strict diet, exercise, and follow-up routines. Fans marvel at how he can deliver a single line, "You're not following the program," and instantly cut through layers of denial, excuses, and emotional baggage. So what exactly allows Dr. Now to seemingly smell success and failure? Part of the answer lies in his uncompromising diet plan. Every patient who comes to his Houston clinic is required to follow a rigid 1,200-calorie, low-carb, high-protein diet before even being considered for surgery. This test is as much psychological as it is physical. By monitoring how closely patients follow the program, Dr. Now can measure their discipline, willingness to change, and readiness for the drastic life adjustments that come after surgery. In essence, those who cannot lose weight on the pre-op diet often reveal that they may not be ready for the lifelong changes required after surgery. Fans notice that Dr. Now frequently points out when patients are not honest with themselves or with him, and his sharp eye for detail makes it seem as if he can sniff out failure before it happens. Another key factor is his decades of experience. Having worked with thousands of obese patients, Dr. Now has seen nearly every pattern of behavior imaginable. He knows the signs of food addiction, self-sabotage, and denial. He can recognize when a patient is ready to take ownership of their situation versus when they are still blaming others or making excuses. His quick judgments may come across as harsh, but they are often startlingly accurate. In fact, many fans argue that Dr. Now's success lies in his refusal to sugarcoat the truth. He tells patients exactly what they need to hear, even if it makes them uncomfortable. This tough love approach often separates those who are serious about change from those who simply want an easy fix. However, the idea that Dr. Now can truly smell success or failure is more nuanced than it appears. Critics of the show argue that obesity is a complex medical and psychological condition, and outcomes cannot be predicted so easily. Emotional trauma, mental health, financial struggles, and family dynamics all play enormous roles in whether a patient succeeds. For example, some patients who initially seemed hopeless have stunned audiences with incredible weight loss, while others who showed early promise fell back into old patterns and regained their weight. These unpredictable twists keep fans glued to the screen and prove that while Dr. Now is highly skilled, he cannot always foresee the future. Take the example of participants like Christina Phillips, who went from over 700 pounds to losing more than 500 pounds, transforming her life completely. Early on, Dr. Now seemed to recognize her determination and praised her efforts, suggesting he could smell her success from the start. In contrast, patients like Penny Seger openly resisted his program, often lying about what they were eating, and Dr. Now repeatedly expressed doubts about her ability to succeed. His instincts in these cases appear to be right on the money. Fans often cite Penny's season as an example of Dr. Now predicting failure long before the cameras stopped rolling. But then there are patients like Samantha Mason, who initially struggled but later found success outside the scope of the show. Her case suggests that Dr. Now's immediate judgments, while often correct, do not always account for long-term changes or personal growth that can occur after filming ends. This raises deeper questions. Does Dr. Now truly have an instinct for success and failure, Or is it simply his ability to spot patterns of behavior and honesty in the moment? Perhaps it is both. An experienced doctor's trained eye combined with an uncanny ability to cut through denial. Fans also love to speculate about Dr. Now's trademark one-liners. His sarcastic quips and direct observations have become iconic, shared across social media as memes and reaction GIFs. Lines like "you're not losing weight because you're not following the program," or "if you're not going to make changes, you're not going to make it," feel almost prophetic, as if Dr. Now has already written the patient's ending before it unfolds. But behind the humor lies a serious truth. Dr. Now is constantly analyzing his patients, watching their behavior, and using his words as tools to push them toward accountability. His ability to smell success or failure may be less about psychic intuition and more about his skillful use of observation and communication. The concept of success and failure itself is complicated when it comes to my 600 pounds life. Some patients achieve dramatic weight loss but continue to struggle emotionally or socially. Others may not reach their ideal weight but still make progress that dramatically improves their health and quality of life. Dr. Now often reminds viewers that the journey is lifelong. Surgery is not a magic cure, but a tool that works only if the patient commits to permanent lifestyle changes. From this perspective, Dr. Now's ability to sense success may be based on whether a patient truly understands the gravity of their situation. Those who continue to minimize their condition or blame external factors often fail, while those who embrace personal responsibility tend to succeed. Cultural fascination with Dr. Now's instincts goes beyond the show itself. On fan forums and Reddit threads, viewers regularly debate whether certain patients will succeed or fail, often echoing Dr. Now's blunt assessments. Some fans admit that they play along at home, trying to predict outcomes just as Dr. Now does. This participatory aspect of the show highlights how his persona has become part of its appeal. He is not just a surgeon. He is a cultural figure whose no-nonsense style makes audiences feel as though they, too, can spot success or failure a mile away. From a medical perspective, Dr. Now's instincts likely come from years of data and experience rather than supernatural intuition. Obesity medicine involves tracking patterns of behavior, physical responses to diet, and psychological readiness. Dr. Now has simply honed his ability to quickly identify these factors. Still, the way the show presents his interactions, often cutting between his warnings and the patient's setbacks, gives the impression of almost mystical foresight. Whether intentional or not, this editing helps build the myth of Dr. Now as someone who can smell success and failure. Ultimately, the question of whether Dr. Now can truly smell success and failure may not have a definitive answer. What is clear is that his decades of experience, combined with his sharp eye for human behavior, allow him to make remarkably accurate predictions about his patients' journeys. While not every case follows the path he outlines, his instincts are correct often enough to earn him a reputation as more than just a surgeon. He is a figure of authority, discipline, and tough love in a world where excuses often run rampant. Fans may continue to debate his methods, but they cannot deny his impact. For patients on my 600 pounds life, the stakes could not be higher. Success means not just losing weight, but regaining independence, health, and in many cases, life itself. Failure often means continued decline, isolation, and shortened lifespan. Whether Dr. Now can truly smell these outcomes in advance or whether his predictions are simply the result of experience, one thing remains constant: his presence on the show offers both accountability and hope. For every patient who resists change, there is another who rises to the challenge, proving that even when Dr. Now is skeptical, success is still possible. As my 600 pounds life continues to air new episodes and revisit past patients, fans will keep watching Dr. Now with fascination. His sharp words, discerning eye, and unwavering commitment to the truth ensure that he remains the ultimate judge of success and failure on the show. Whether his instincts are truly instinctual or simply rooted in decades of expertise, viewers will continue to marvel at how this iconic surgeon seems to know the ending of the story before it even begins.